Welcome back to Nerd Safari, friends. I am Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell thing. That would be very kind of you indeed. And I must admit, this trailer that we're just about to react to has snuck up on me. We are huge fans of Saturday Night Live. Full disclosure, I work in the building where they film Saturday Night Live that began filming the year I was born, and I am no spring chicken. You can disagree with me, but while we check out the trailer for this dramatization that's called Saturday Night, which is I guess a look back at I believe the first episode or the first season of Saturday Night Live, I guess we'll find out through the trailer, we would like to know from you, what sketch is your favorite Saturday Night sketch of all time? And what sketch do you quote the most often? They have some seriously quotable lines. I'm going to need to think about what mine is, but before we get to tell you what our favorite SNL sketches of all time are, we're going to go check out this new trailer. So you want to see what we think about it? Stick around until the end, but for now,
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Hey, free comedy show, plenty of seats, plenty of tickets left, guys, free show. Fuck's sake.
Wow.
So, big night.
Look, my name is Lorne Michaels. I'm the producer of Saturday Night.
The whole night?
Yeah, the whole night.
Chevy Chase, Gilda Radner.
Oh my
and
gosh.
how the fuck do you pronounce this?
Aykroyd. You know, I was thinking, why don't we punt? We should run the dress rehearsal and claw back a win next Saturday.
We can't, Dick. It's a live show.
We're just not ready.
Doesn't matter that we're ready. It matters that it's 11:30. That's when we go on.
Oh.
Lauren, all I'm trying to do is give you advice. It's in everyone's best interest.
Oh my
mainly yours.
goodness.
Sorry, was that a threat?
Look around, Lauren. You haven't locked the script. Your crew is in open rebellion.
Fuck you, definitely fuck you.
The writers on the 17th floor tied a belt around Big Bird's neck and hung him from my dressing room door.
So tell me how you fit into this ensemble.
Oh, is this an ensemble?
Wow.
NBC makes more money playing reruns of The Tonight Show.
NBC is lucky to have something as relevant as this show.
Lauren, they don't even want it.
That's logical, Dick. That's why they're paying us all to be here.
I mean, Lauren, 90 minutes of live television by a group of 20-year-olds who've never made anything. Do you ever stop and wonder why they said yes? A counterculture show starring total unknowns with zero narrative and even less structure. They want you to fail.
We just have to make it to air.
Wow.
Am I still in the show?
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, tripped over my penis.
Oh my goodness, not what I was expecting at all. I feel like I'm gonna gush because that really hit me in the feelings. So before I do, this was a trailer of many facets. What did you take away from the trailer for Saturday Night?
I'm really impressed, even though they've picked actors that they're not necessarily household names, but they're people you remember from other things. But facially, you can recognize who they're playing without being
my
told.
goodness.
It's amazing. That Gilda Radner is incredible.
Yeah, and Chevy Chase. I mean, like
Yeah.
immediately you know that's Chevy Chase. Oh, yeah, that the casting I think is inspired. What did you think of the story that they're clearly going to tell here?
I mean, I'm on tenterhooks to find out whether or not SNL actually is successful from this trailer.
Yeah.
But it is amazing to think something that you kind of take for granted, like as big and a well-established institution as SNL, that it had a really shaky start. And like they said, it was being set up to fail because they didn't want to do it, that it was this kind of ragtag gaggle of college students who shouldn't have been up there and were somehow given cameras and studio space and space on TV. It's incredible to think of everything that they went through to kind of get where they are now. And I bet if you told them back then where it would end up, like Lorne Michaels must just, he can't believe it when he's looking back to how they started.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And it's not like SNL started sketch comedy. I mean, sketch comedy existed for long before SNL, but it certainly brought it to a massive, massive mainstream audience, and did sketch comedy in quite an innovative, weird and wacky way. I mean, when you consider, like, and again, I don't think the comedians like Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd, they weren't necessarily created by SNL, like they had careers beforehand, but it was such a springboard for them. And then, and other weird things like Wayne's World, born on SNL, the Blues Brothers, the Coneheads. Like, there are so many of these comedy institutions that would not exist without SNL. And I must admit, what really hit me in the feelings, so I work for NBC Universal, I work in 30 Rock, where they've literally filmed Saturday Night Live in the same studio, Studio 8H, because it's on the 8th floor, and it is the H-ist studio on that floor. They've been filming SNL there since that first night in 1975. And the way it looked, like the way they build the sets, they still, they have a crew of construction workers who literally come in and build the sets, like physically, carpentry build those sets. They have different stages as they showed there. They still have racks of costumes that are just like in a corridor because there's so little space. I mean, you're in Midtown Manhattan, like there just isn't enough space to have like the costume wing or whatever. Like, so there are just racks of costumes just hanging around. And during the pandemic, when I started working there, and SNL wasn't running, and I could literally scan my security badge and walk into this historic stage, and I still can, but it blew my mind just being able to just walk onto that stage where Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase, and Steve Martin, like, it just blows my mind, the quality of celebrities that have been there. So to kind of see that legacy told in this dramatization, I, again, blown away by the casting, like both the quality of the casting and how the cast represent the original SNL cast. One thing I love actually in 30 Rock, I need to take a video of it next time I'm there, the corridor that the audience will walk down as they go to go get their seats to go see SNL. There are photos of the cast of every generation of SNL, starting with the 1975 cast. So there is a photo of Gilda Radner and Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase, and it's just so beautiful to see that evolution. And the people that followed that have still had decades of storied careers. So, as you can tell, I'm super... honestly, this trailer could have been garbage, and I would have still been excited to see a documentary or anything made about SNL, because I do think it's such an institution in this country, and it's such a fascinating piece of television history. So our question. We asked you, and I hope you put it in the comments below, what is your favorite SNL sketch of all time? What do you find yourself going back to quote more than any other SNL sketch? And what is your answer to that question?
I don't know which...
And we can go top 3 if you like, because it's so hard to tell.
I don't know which ones I quote the most. You probably know that better than I do, or if I do even. One I think about regularly are the Pedro Pascal ones.
Me too.
That was one of the funniest episodes I can remember.
Which Pedro Pascal
The one
sketches?
where he wakes up in the hospital with amnesia.
Oh, with his like LA mash mouth.
Don't cry. If you cry, I'll cry. I'll cry. Oh, you cry. It was so silly. And any of the ones where they break, like the Beavis and Butthead one.
Oh my God! Wasn't Beavis and Butthead inspired? Very recent one. One of my 3 favorites, probably not my top favorite, but one of my 3 favorite sketches was also a Pedro Pascal one. It was the Mario Kart, the movie trailer that was kind of like The Last of Us, and it was absolutely hilarious. I absolutely loved the cast from that year. I'm a huge fan of like Bowen Yang and Mikey Day, and I also just love Weekend Update. Not a sketch. I just love Weekend Update for what it is. One of my other favorites are the ones where they cycle the other people involved in the sketch, but the ones around alien abduction with Kate McKinnon, and they're all talking about being taken up to this spaceship with light and sounds, and she's always just got these bizarre quips about her I can't even say it on this video. It's too filthy. But what the aliens did to her, and it just cracks me up every single time.
Oh, the other one I really like is when people use sketches in response to real life events. One of my favorite ones was when we had the earthquake earlier this year. So many people were saying it's not an earthquake, it's Lisa from Temecula trying to cut her steak.
Yes. Debbie Downer's a great character.
Yes.
The Californians. I think, though, and to answer my own question in such a long roundabout way, I think my favorite SNL sketch of all time, and I do love the musical sketches, I think my favorite sketch of all time must be Dick in a Box. I mean, it feels like it doesn't age. It's always funny and pokes fun in a very irreverent way. So yeah, I really loved, like, that was a time when Lonely Island was born from SNL as well. I mean, again, another incredible franchise that just came from that SNL stage. So, wow, you know, it's funny, for a comedy TV show, this one's got me feeling a lot of feelings, and I'm super excited for this one. Anyway, well, thank you for recommending that we check out the trailer for Saturday Night Live. Saturday night. We hope you enjoyed.
We checked it out live.
I'm discombobulated by that. You can. It kind of blew my mind, you know, seeing Studio 8 in the on the TV. Anyway, thank you for recommending we check out the trailer for Saturday Night Live. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we'll be back very soon, friends, on the next Nerd Safari.
Peace out, nerds.